We are the Forge, men's refined grooming. We are a place where a man can come and become refined. There is a current customer pain within the market of barbering and custom tailored suits. Pushy salesmen, quotas to meet, specific products to push. Unqualified hairstylists. A barber is different from a cosmetologist. There are specific hours to meet within a barber that a cosmetologist does not meet. A cosmetologist is an excellent profession, however, they run the gamut of all hair. Barbers, however, cut men's hair, and that is our market. My hair is different from Nate's hair, is different from your hair, is different from his hair. My facial hair is different from his facial hair, and from your facial hair. Men's facial hair can be the tensile strength of copper wire. It's an art form to finesse and barber cut it. Lack of knowledge. Again, men, we are eclectic beasts of burden. We need to be taken care of. Self-image. A place where man comes to be refined. It's nice to feel good about yourself. Current market. Unfortunately, we have the implicit assumption that we are only supposed to buy cheap things. A cheap haircut, a cheap suit. With that, quality is diminished. Fantastic Sam's, Sport Clips, Great Clips, they're all our competition. Fantastic places to go. However, for a $7 haircut, I would like something a little bit more. My experience has been within Sport Clips. I went there one time and I have a lot of hair. It's a gift and a curse. Going there, I told the girl, it was summer, I wanted a really short haircut. I said, if you wouldn't mind going really slow. I've got a lot of hair, I wish you could go just every which way. She goes, yeah, I got it. I said, no, if you couldn't mind. She goes, yeah, I've done a little boy's haircut before. Not a little boy. And so she goes really fast, and my hair actually jammed the clippers. And it pulled my head back, and I said, you know what, I can't do this. We're done. I paid her $10 for her time, because that's her job. I went home, and I actually found the person who was best qualified to cut my own hair, who knew my own needs. He's about my height, my weight, my look. He's a really good guy. That's the only person I trusted to do my own hair, and it was horrible. I took the clippers and I did it myself. It's hard to find a place that is dedicated to a man's needs. No disrespect to the cosmetologist, no disrespect to a woman's salon. However, it is nice to go to a place where you know you will be taken care of. Another thing is with the men's market, today's man works very hard to get out where he needs to be. Whether you are blue collar, white collar, a hipster, either way, you're working very hard. You're going to school, you're supporting yourself and a family. To be ready for those situations and to make yourself feel refined is tough to do. You either go to a barber or you go to a tailor. There is not very many places where there's both. Men's Warehouse, great place to go, but it is a warehouse. They're going to try and guarantee that you might like the way you look. Large inventories, not very custom. They are specifically selling you a product that is within a specific size and then tailoring after that, not a custom experience. We are the Forge, a custom barber and tailor. A place, again, where you go to be refined. Nate has unique experience. Why don't you tell us what you think about barbering?
Well, as Chris said, my wife, she's a cosmetologist. She actually works at Sport Clips, not the one that did his hair, luckily. So she grew up in this. She loves this. I got a lot of information from her about this. As Chris had mentioned, we want a traditional barber. The reason for that is because as a cosmetologist goes to school, 10 years ago they had to spend 2,000 hours learning, training, going through all the different courses. They learn men's, women's, cuts, colors, shaves, manicures, pedicures. They do the whole kit and caboodle. 5 years ago, those numbers went from 2,000 hours down to 1,500 hours of training and learning. Last year, she was told that it was at 1,200 hours. So now everything that they used to learn in 2,000 hours is whittled down to 1,200 hours. There's your cosmetologist. The barber, on the other hand, they spend 1,000 hours going over just the men's hair. So, they have classic haircuts. They have the traditional, you can do the buzz, the shave. Now today, everybody has the wave, or the Gordon Hayward, as I like to call it. In that, they have special designs that people can put on. A lot of people have fun designs that they can do in the back. The barbers, they're specifically trained for this reason. After that, you can get your straight razor shaves, whether it's your head or your face. Like Chris said, they have been detailed trained into going through this and understanding the process of shaving the heads. Where do they start the cuts? Where do they end them? Each spot is a little bit different. And then the steam towel. The idea of the barber that we want is for a man to go in there, feel comfortable, feel relaxed, and get the shave and the haircut that they deserve.
Apart from the hair, it's important to look your best when you are dressed professionally. Professor Smith, you have worked abroad in many different countries, and I'm sure you would know, those who are professionals notice others who dress professionally. I was an intern in Washington, D.C. I worked on Capitol Hill. It was very easy to see those who were professionals. There's an etiquette into how you dress. Specific things need to match. There's an unwritten code, and you know that when you are dressed well, you present yourself well. You value yourself well. And we've created a place where men can increase their value. Custom tailoring. Very same experience as the barber. We aim to be a cut above the rest. Retail suits will be retail and custom tailoring will be a driving force in our revenue. Proper etiquette and professional attire is something very, very important within the professional world. Even within just this retail sales, it's important in how you present yourself, how people see you. Within the shop, the question comes about, why do you need both? Isn't it okay to go to a barber shop and go to a suit shop? And like I said, we're busy. Right now, I've got 2 small kids. I'm an MBA candidate. I'm a full-time job. It would be nice to go to one place and one place only, especially with such high demands on what we are doing right now. The barbershop and the suits will work in a symbiotic relationship. The barbershop will help push sales for the suits, and the suits will help push sales for the barbershop. The reason for that is we are selling an experience. The byproduct of that experience is going to be the sales. While Nate is going to be tailored for his suit, the fashion consultant, not a salesperson, is going to say, how are you dressing for your sales job right now? Do you have a belt? Do you have a watch? Did you know that the most things that are looked at are the watch, your shoes, and basically how you stand? How's your haircut? Do you need a haircut after this? We've got a barbershop right over there. Barbers are going to help you out. And likewise, a barber will do the same for the suits. You've got a wedding coming up. Let's make sure you're cut nice. Let's get your face shaved. Let's get your hair cut done. Do you have a suit for this occasion? You want to look nice, don't you? This is your girlfriend's sister's wedding. You've got to do it. This is an investment. Like I said, we need to value ourselves. Investing in suits is not something that we should think that is a waste of time. It's not something we should be too frugal upon. Revenue drivers. This is far more than just a simple barbershop and a tailor. We would like to have key partnerships. Partnerships will be with companies to promote corporate wellness. We have a lot of fantastic companies here, especially growing upon the Silicon Slopes. Employers are looking for well-dressed, well-presented, high-valued employees. How you present yourself to those employers is going to be key. And how those employers finally have those employees, they want them to be happy. So we aim to partner with these large companies. Say, for example, Vivint. These young men and young women are going out summer sales. They're making pretty good money. They would like to come back and look nice as well. Using that as a stepping stone, they're probably going to be more professional. They're going to be high-powered salesmen or high-powered businessmen. They're going to need a nice suit. They're going to need to look well. And at Vivint, if we are partnering with a company like that, providing a discount, we will partner with their corporate wellness. Employee rewards. It's nice to be able to tell your employees you have 10 to 15% off at this custom barber and tailor. Key partners with local tailors. There are lots of tailors going around. It's imperative to have high quality workmanship within a tailoring company. Key influencers. Those who are professional notice others who are professionally dressed. We aim to partner with people on digital media, social media specifically, that have high influences. One person that I would like to partner with, he is highly visible in the Utah sports world, been around for at least 20 years, always dressed to the nines. Can anyone guess who it is? Alema Harrington. He's not our partner, but I wish he was. He will be. But he's always dressed very well, and I always thought he is a professional. He's dressed extremely well, and he presents himself even better. And that is the situation that we would like to influence. He influences, partnering with them so that they can have that organic influence and more infectious marketing campaign. These are the types of financials that we're looking at. Conservatively, price points would be at a entry-level and mid-base suits. Cuts are very conservative as well. We will be profitable at one location within 1 year. The Forge is men's refined grooming. Thank you for your time.
Price points.
Entry level is at $250 for a suit. Custom tailoring is additional beyond that. If you need to have your hems, as far as cutting your hair, $25 for a haircut. $15 for a head shave. Design, if you would like it, not as professional, but again, we are consultants first and foremost. Whatever you would like, we make sure to do it and do it well.
I can read. That's it.
Any other questions? Yes, please.
In your write-up, you said you were going to give those customers more time and attention, but you're also having less cost to them. How are you going to manage both?
Excellent question. Say it again, I'm sorry, less cost?
So you're saying lower prices overall. I'm assuming you mean overall. I'd have to pull it up again in front of me. But they're hoping to get less price, but that's time and attention of, I'm thinking 20 minutes per client on the tailoring, 20 or however long the beard and the haircut takes. So you're giving them more time, but you're trying to promise them less cost.
1 minute.
Right. As far as less cost, we are counting and promising that returning customer. The experience is going to be the same. And so the returning customer is going to influence more and more and more quantity as far as the customer coming back.
I don't think you want to be a price-sensitive business.
No. So that's our competition. I mean, $7 haircut is going to be completely different from what we are looking at.
What does an expensive haircut in Salt Lake cost now?
$45.
Seems to me that's where you ought to be.
Right now we're in Utah County.
Okay, what is an expensive,
25.
is that here, is it
25. The barber that I go to is at 25.
Okay, all right, then that's
So-
where you need to be.
Another thing as far as markets that we would be looking into, 1 to 2 locations within Utah County, 5 locations within Salt Lake County, and then that's where the price would be different.
Okay.
Our aim is to franchise and go beyond Utah. We love Utah, but at the same time, we go where business is and go where professionals are.
Yeah,
Please.
I wonder if you could do a subscription model instead of a haircut model. So you're talking about creating a partnership with, you want repeat kind of business, but you really want a partnership. So I have an accountant who's a partner. Why wouldn't I pay for somebody on grooming and I can go to as many or as often as I want as part of a subscription-based fee service? And I can take clothes in and see the design consultant or whatever as well.
Excellent point. And that would be inherent in our partnership model as well. That's a great point. I hadn't thought of that.
And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.